What up? What up? Welcome back, everybody, to the Sleuth Intuition channel. Today, we will be discussing the Delphi case. I have been doing a little bit of digging, so I figured I'd share my findings with the Sleuth crew. What's up, Speculation Station? Good to see you. Can you guys hear me okay? Having trouble with this cable here. So if I need to turn the volume up, let me know. Good to see you, Angela. I think the judge needs to be brought in. What do you mean brought in? You want to interrogate her? I feel like all this mess is going to make Gold take it out on Richard Allen. Why would she have a bone to pick with him? I am worried about him getting a fair trial. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if there's a such thing as a fair trial, but I think it'll be as fair as it can be. I don't think there's a conspiracy here. Good to see you, Angela. Hey, what's up, Andrew? The sad thing is that there are people that want it to be corruption of law enforcement and the court. Well, I don't know if they want it to be corruption. I just think that they believe that there is. They don't have any faith in the judicial system, and honestly, I don't blame them. And I don't think that we're dealing with a corrupt system. I just think people in general are corrupt. You know, no matter where you're at or what you're doing, there's some kind of corruption. Good to see you, Doris. Good morning. My guy Redfoot, what's up? Good morning to you, Frank Meister. Wanda, good to see you, Wanda. Silas, Freckled, good morning. Ivy, good morning. Miss Thang, what up? Good to see you. Thank you for that input, that feedback better. Good to see you, Jerry. Patricia, how are you? Jari, hello, freezing. Yeah, it's a little cold. We slept with the windows open. It got below 68. Man, it was chilly. Horihito Suzaki, guilty plea by Christmas. That's my prediction. Yep. That's what we've been kind of discussing in the Discord, in the members' Discord. I feel like Richard Allen's previous defense team weren't really there to help Richard Allen, right? It was almost like it was promo time. And from a business standpoint, I don't blame him for that. But it's not helping Richard Allen at all. And I did read an article today where Richard Allen wanted to keep them. But now that he has new counsel, I think they're going to go ahead and advise him like, hey, like, did you, if you did this, there's steps that we can take to help you with that. What's up, Beth? Welcome. Lulu, good morning. Devoted just turned off Bobby Brown. I'm ready for the convo. Wait, which Bobby Brown? Like, it's my prerogative. That Bobby Brown? Because isn't there another one? Might even be a girl. Peruvian, what's up? Nobody, nothing, 1717. She sit there and lied to. What do you mean by that? She sits up on her high horse and tells lies? Trying to translate. Devoted says he will get a fair trial. People need to relax. Yeah, the trial hasn't even started yet. JL, what's up? All right. So I did dig up some information on these guys. Robert Screamin, I think is how Screamin, and William Labrado. These are the new guys. I mean, they're pretty well known there in Indiana. So here you have Robert Screamin. Shadowbox, what up? Good morning. There is no reason Gold would have it out for Richard Allen. Yeah, that doesn't even make any sense to me. Angry at his attorney? Yes. I wouldn't even say she's angry, just like maybe more disappointed. Like, what the hell are you? Remember, what did Gold do? She didn't do anything. She was appointed just like Richard Allen's, all these defense attorneys are. She didn't choose this case. Remember, old Diener boy abandoned ship for whatever reason. I'm assuming it's his connection with Doolin. But I mean, Gold, she didn't do anything. Well, actually, she did do something. She saw something that was messed up that was going on and she handled it. That's her job. She's probably more pissed off that she didn't have control over that. It's almost negligence on her part in a way. But really, but not really, right? But I'm sure that's the guilt she's feeling. What's up, Kit Kat? Jill. How you doing, Jill? How's it going out there in Indiana? How's the weather? Frederica, hello. Rescue, good to see you. Oh, you're on replay crew? Let us know what you think in the comments. Jari, wait 1 hour. All right, guys, we got to wait 1 hour. Just kidding. Ivy, by the way, only Judge Gold can remove herself, and I don't see it happening. I think I could see that happening if it came to that. This is William. So if Benjamin Diener's watching this live stream, what he's thinking is as he's looking at these attorneys' faces, he's saying, "Welcome to the bloodlust." Those were his words, remember? I'm recusing myself because of the bloodlust. Hey, what's up, Charlotte Birdbrain? Good morning. Cleveland Rocks. Howdy. Sorry, I didn't mean to rub that in. But it's weird because I feel cold, I got the hoodie on. That's cold to me. $32 degrees. Dang. Hey, what's up, Sweet Jules? Welcome. Good to see you as always. Tom. Been a minute. Let's see what Tom's got to say here. Think they have the right guy. There is so much evidence that we don't know about. Well, it's hard to say. We don't know about it, right? The judge does know this evidence. She is partial because knows all of it. Yeah, that is a good point. If there is a whole lot more, she's definitely seen it. And remember, Goal is the one that she authorized the document drop. So if anything, she's been feeding the bloodlust. She's all for it. She's all, Diener, man, forget him. Look, I'm going to drop it all. She gave witnesses names. She gave Within those documents was Richard Allen's social security number. Like, she didn't give a shit. She gave it all to you guys. It was Richard Allen's defense team that dropped the ball. Remember the trusting, maybe I think it was like an intern or something, and they ended up leaking the memorandum. Like, that already looked bad enough, right? So on top of that, on something that was already questionable, they're going to go ahead and add the leaking of the crime scene photos. Ivy says there wasn't just one. Yeah, exactly. Good to see you, Jules. Good to see you, Tom, as well. What you been up to? Yeah, I found some interesting things here, guys. uh, one of them is really interesting. I kind of want to jump right to it, but it would kind of ruin the entire flow of the live stream. So I'm going to be patient. Janie Lane. And what if he didn't do it? Yeah, that's why he's going to trial. He might be innocent, right? But the thing is, he puts himself on the trail. He puts himself there, and then they found the unspent shell casing that they believe actually ties him to the crime scene. Now, you can't just let the guy walk free. You got to arrest him, and then you got to take him to trial. Could he be innocent? Hell yeah. Could he be being set up? Not likely. Is it possible? Has it happened? Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, it has. But they're going to go to trial, and the judge and the jury will make a decision about that. Good to see you, Beth and Janie. The Rockaways, what's up? The judge is trying to have too much impact on the case. That's her job. Like a referee. Yeah, she is the referee. Getting involved in a football game. Yeah, that's her. She is the referee. But she's not concerned with the game. She's kind of more concerned with the stadium. Like, that needs to be intact. Has death penalty been mentioned by the prosecution at all? No, and I believe that it still could be. I don't know how that process is supposed to play out or what the timing is. I don't know if that's something that they do when the trial begins. They make that request. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody in the chat can speak to that, or replay crew. Hey, if you know the answer, let us know. Ivy says, I hope Rosie and Baldwin show up Tuesday because she will not have in her chambers. It will be in front of public this go around. That reminds me of this thumbnail I made. Let's take a look at it. It's kind of funny. So if they show up, I'm sure this is what we'll see. I really didn't want to quit. That's not what I meant. You made me do it. You tricked me. You used that tricky lawyer talk on me. Oh, wait, I'm a lawyer. She's all, hey, screaming and libido, come here, look out. You see that? Look out this window here. You see this? This is what you don't want to be. Got it? That was funny, Jar. Get to the chopper. What's up, Chopper? They will be blaming reptilians next. I don't know. Is Gull a reptilian? Dun dun dun. Look at those black eyes. She's a reptoid. Oh, she has a mark of the beast. It's a rune. She's gang affiliated. All right. All jokes aside. Okay, who should we look into first? Should we look into well, let's go to their websites, their official websites. Better yet, let's read an article here from the Kokomo Tribune titled Delphi Suspect Richard Allen Gets New Attorneys. I think this will set the tone. Pretty sure this judge has made some very irregular moves. Okay, name one. Ivy Push. What this is will all go into appeals if Richard Allen is found guilty. If he, maybe. Nobody, nothing. She lied her ass off pretending that they stepped down when they did not. And she knew what she did. No, she didn't make him step down. She said, hey, if we proceed, I'm going to drag you across the coals. So I hope you're ready for that, which they deserved, right? They chose not to take that blunt force. They said, well, I'm not taking that blow. I'm out of here. So that makes them cowards. And then not only that, they were indecisive cowards, in my opinion. She can't make them quit. She even warned them. Like, hey, if we proceed with this, I'm putting it all out in the open. And I'm going to drag your names through the mud. What you guys did was wrong. I think, what'd she call it? Gross negligence. I think negligence is the word she planned to use. So instead of them going in front of those cameras and having that word placed on their names, they bounced. I don't see how that's her fault. And if you can explain it to me, I'm more than willing to hear you out. Ha! That's funny. Should we just watch that, Frank? Let's just watch that. Maybe we should skip all this other stuff. You know, I don't want to bore you guys to death today. Let's just go right to it. So this is Robert screaming or screaming.
Forensic analysis of the bullet that was found near the victim's bodies.
So the bullet, though, was not a spent bullet, correct?
That's my understanding from the probable cause. Yes, it was not fired.
Okay, it's not fired. So how do you do forensic analysis on a not fired bullet?
Well, there's two different ways of conducting that type of analysis. If a bullet is fired out of a gun, then you can conduct an analysis on the projectile itself as it twists and comes out of a barrel. There may be different nicks and scrapes and things on the bullet, but any bullet casing that's been ejected out of a semi-automatic handgun, whether that gun has been fired or not, it is pushed into the bottom part of the barrel, and then when the slide is racked and the bullet's ejected, even if it hasn't been fired, there's still an extractor that grabs the edge of that bullet, that flips it out, and that process often, not always, but often leaves marks and dents, and those marks and dents can be very specific to the weapon that it came out of. So even if it hasn't been fired, in a laboratory, they can go back, put a similar type of shell casing in it in a laboratory environment, eject that round, and then compare the two.
Interesting. You don't say. See what you guys. I got a couple more on him, but I want to see what you guys have to say. Yeah, that's their job, huh, Jari? To be impartial. The bloodlust. She fired the defense. She didn't fire anybody. They quit. It's just weird how people can look, separate people can look at the same reality and have a different opinion of what they're seeing. Their perspective is, it's like completely the opposite. Like, the defense quit, right? If we can't agree on that, then we have bigger problems. Rainy and cold. Yuck. I feel like out there it would get all muddy. The Rockaway says the judge is supposed to follow procedure. Okay. She can't order people around like an emperor of the universe. Who did she order around? And I'm pretty sure she can order some people around. If she wanted to, she can order those lawyers around like an emperor. If she wanted to. Honestly. But I'm pretty sure, I don't think that's what happened. So let me see. Judge is supposed to follow. Okay, what procedure didn't she follow? I guess is my response. But yeah, we don't want a judge running around like they some kind of dictator. I'm just saying that's not what I'm seeing. It's a little what's the word? Melodramatic, maybe? Dude looks like the Gypsy King in that picture. Ha! CJK says, where's the proof, Rockaways? Or an example. What's up, Salty? Welcome, welcome. She ordered his defense to cease work in the case. No, she didn't. Where are you getting this from? The judge is going to pressure these new lawyers who are known. She doesn't have a motive. So, Rockaways, you do believe that there is a conspiracy and goal as part of it. I'm getting those vibes. And that's cool. That's how you feel. That's cool. Like I said, I'll hear you out. But it sounds a little, questionable. Regis Monkton. Hello. A proper defense attorney for Richard Allen would probably focus on providing that Richard Allen had nothing to do with the Anthony Shots account and that their client doesn't have the motive to have victimized Abby and Libby. Wait, so you wouldn't have done what they did? But they're just trying to, tell us who really did it. Because it's obviously not Richard Allen, the guy that was there at the crime scene, and the guy whose new attorney actually agrees that the evidence that they have against him is very powerful. But instead, there's some out there who say, oh, well, the bullet was planted and Gold's part of a conspiracy. How are you getting so far over to that side, but yet it's so hard for you to believe that the guy who admitted to being there, who does look like the bridge guy, we can never really say 100% because of the video so freaking pixelated. But I mean, look, the guy puts himself there at that time and they found the bullet. I understand he's innocent until proven guilty, but for those of you who say he's completely innocent, should be let go. Like, what is wrong with you? That's crazy talk. The one person who was at the crime scene that throughout all of the talk about Delphi, all of the news coverage, the different pressers, is the guy we never heard about. He didn't come, he never talked about, he didn't come and talk to Doug Rice. Nobody dug deeper than people like Doug Rice and like Julie Melvin and Hannah and all these guys, even the local people, didn't even really know much about Richard Allen, right? So for somebody who was there and innocent, he sure as hell didn't talk a lot. You think he would have been all over it? Like, I was there. I can tell you what I saw. I'm innocent. We even have from the DP guy who was there. Eventually he came out and was talking to people and going on Facebook and addressing the fact that he was there, right? Because he's innocent. Who didn't do that? It was Richard Allen. So yeah, he needs to go to trial for the evidence that they have. If he's innocent, they'll figure it out in the courtroom. But to say he's innocent, you'll hear me say it 100 times that, yeah, he could be innocent. But for you to say 100% he's innocent, should be let go, knowing what you know, that's crazy to me. We are not looking at the world through the same eyes. It's like we're living in two separate realms, dimensions. Either that or you're just, what I like to call an atheist preacher. You go to church and you preach, but you don't believe anything that you're saying. You're just like, pass that offering plate over there to the right. Get the plate. One of those. Hey, what's up, KT? Tom N. What vantage point would the defense have by letting evidence and crime scene photos leak? Really, I don't know if they did it on purpose. It was just, I guess, negligence. You're sending emails to people. You're not even double checking. You're sending, all this information that should be private. Welcome, KT. Freckled. I had to dig my heavy bathrobe out of the back closet. Oh, it's that cold, huh? Good to see you, CJ. Executive Sessions 420. What up? Fire in the bowl. Wait, Shadowbox. They quit on the 12th. Yeah, they quit. Choosing some less competent attorneys will help level the playing field so that Cletus, that's funny. McClellan has a chance in his murder trial. Well, don't you want him to be good at what he's doing? Remember, he's trying to bring justice for Abby and Libby. Why are you not wanting that? Sorry, I'm just checking my emails real quick. Like, I'm rooting for McClellan, not because I like him or I think he's a good person, because I need him to be successful. Oh, that's nice. Thank you for that email. I don't know. These new attorneys seem better to me. They seem like they have more experience. Here's another quick video from Robert Scrum.
As succinctly as possible with these three kind of important timelines, the 70 days, 180 days, and 365 days. If you're in custody and you ask for a fast and speedy, the government has to bring you to trial within 70 days or release you from the jail. Otherwise, they have 180 days to bring you to trial or release you from the jail. And overall, they have a year to bring you to trial. And
see, I refrained from making any comments during that video. I had all kinds of jokes. They were lined up. Did I say one of them? No. I think this is an article from a case he was involved in. The Journal Gazette, Fort Wayne man found guilty in February murder case. So I think Screamin was representing this guy. Yeah, Robert Screamin. There he is at the bottom. Fort Wayne man faces up to 85 years in prison after a jury on Friday found him guilty of murder after he shot and killed a 39-year-old woman. Damari Haywood, 30, was charged with murder and a sentencing enhancement for using a gun to commit the crime. The charges came nearly 2 weeks after Diasha Fitz was shot February 19th while riding as a passenger in a car near Winchester and Lower Huntington Roads. Fitz was found in critical condition and was later pronounced dead at a hospital. The shooting happened after Fitz attended a blackjack poker event at a Fraternal Order of Eagles Lodge, 49 Fort Bluffton Road. The hell is that? Fraternal Order of Eagles. Hayward is accused of acting in concert with 29-year-old Devontae Travier in the shooting. Travier, who is set for a March trial, faces felony charges of murder, dealing methamphetamine, resisting law enforcement, and obstruction of justice. Jurors deliberated for about 3 hours. Damn, that's not long at all. Before finding Hayward guilty on both counts, he faces up to 65 years in prison for the murder charge and 20 years for the sentencing enhancement. During the trial, prosecutors introduced a witness central to the case. The witness was allegedly tasked with watching Brandon Golden, who drove the car Fitz was in. He's believed to be the shooting's intended target. Tessa Helge, one of the two attorneys prosecuting the case, characterized the shooting as a spinelessly planned ambush. She said the witness accused of watching Golden was extremely brave to come forward and testify against them, acknowledging snitch culture discourages people from talking to police. Robert Scrammon, Hayward's defense attorney, attacked the witness's credibility, calling his versions of events fantastical story. Screamin said the man is only concerned with keeping himself out of prison. You don't convict someone based on the words of a desperate, lying snitch, Screamin said. Jurors also heard from the victim's mother, Dolores Fitz, who showed a photo of her daughter and said that she was nicknamed Twinkle. Haywood is set to be sentenced at 1 p.m. November 22nd. So it looks like he lost his last case. Right? He just finished up with this. October 27th. All right, let's go take a look at William Labrado. I think we'll catch up on the chat first. I think this is channel 15. What's up, Charlotte? Yep, Bird. That's why she had to get rid of them. Both of them. You're out of here. No coming back. And honestly, I don't think she would have got rid of them. She would have reamed them. That's for sure. And they deserved that much. And they would have had their opportunity to speak, right? But instead of giving their side their side of the story, they bounced. Oh, come on. Don't bullshit and try and sell that bullshit. They are two scrubs, her little bitch boys. It's a big ass joke. Public pretenders. Come back to reality, nobody. Come back. I can see you. We still have your tether. You're kind of floating out in space, but we still got you. Come on, we can bring you in. You're right there on the cusp. Come back to reality. H. Nixon 83. I can't believe that 26% believe Richard Allen is being framed. I don't get it. I mean, I know that people have been framed in the past, but I mean, how? Where? When did this happen? What do you see that would make you believe that? Oh, well, they're corrupt. That's it. So that would basically mean every case ever tried or ever investigated is just, a farce. Some would be like, yeah, that's what we're saying. Fuck the police. Anarchy. According to Rosie, she did just that in an email. Removing attorneys. She didn't remove them. They quit. He's Bridge Guy, and we know Bridge Guy is involved. Yeah, I believe that to be the case. Do I know? No. But I think in trial, they will have some more information. They'll have the original video. They'll have all the crime scene stuff. They'll be cross-examining the witnesses. Instead of some stupid memorandum that says it wasn't a blue jacket, it was a tan jacket. The witness is going to be standing there, and the attorneys are going to be speaking to them. What color was he wearing? What did he look like? Well, he was wearing a tan jacket, or he was wearing a blue jacket. They're going to get all of the facts cleared up. Regis Moncton, Richard Allen might be better off without Rozzi and Baldwin. Hell yeah. I mean, look at what they did. I mean, the memorandum blew my mind, right? The way they just named these people. And do I know if these guys had anything to do with it? Patrick Westfall and Brad Holder. I mean, no, but they sure as hell didn't convince me that they did. Man, that was very reckless. Justice is sweet. Sleuth, why is there no DNA connected to Richard Allen? I don't know if there is or there isn't, but if there is nothing connected, I have a feeling they might have DNA that can't exclude him, but also can't verify whether or not it belongs to him. So it could be like a very rare type of DNA or some matching, some points on the DNA, like maybe up to 20, 22 or something like that, where they're like, well, you know what? This could be his DNA, but we don't know for sure. So maybe they have something like that. But either way, I'm not sure when it comes to the DNA. I believe that if Richard Allen did do this, the reason he went down that hill is because of the water. He planned to use that water. I don't believe it was an accident that down the hill there's that creek and that we're having issues with the DNA. I believe it was planned that way, done with purpose. Justice is sweet. Sleuth. So thank you for the comment. Great comment. Why the new appointed attorney get punished by the Indiana bar for? Yeah, we're going to read that article. But I couldn't find the reason why. Let's see here. The Allen County Public Defender Board reinstated the county's chief public defender Friday following a 2-week suspension. The specifics as to why William Librato was given the suspension are not yet known. Librato has been a public defender since January 2020, and his annual salary is $165K, is on par with what the Allen County Sheriff earns. It's pretty good. Board President John Serbeck, who is a retired Allen County Superior Court judge, and attorney Scott Bunnell voted in favor of the reinstatement. Joe Jordan, CEO of the Boys and Girls Club, voted hell no. As parts of his reinstatement, Librato must abide by 3 conditions. His reinstatement is subject to his compliance, including voluntary participation and compliance with the Judge and Lawyers Assistance Program. Not quite sure what that is. The repayment of attorney's fees incurred during the course of the investigation. So there was an investigation. and refrain from any retaliation against any public defender or staff member who participated in the investigation. So it sounds like somebody that he worked with was making some kind of accusation against him. That's what it would appear to be. The assistance program is an agency of the Indiana Supreme Court, Surbeck said. Well respected and rigorous. Librado will undergo a professional assessment by a clinical psychologist. What the freak? He must have gotten physical or something. Interesting. The suspension was not made public because of Indiana law, Surbeck said, that referred to personal matters. After Larry Geist, local NAACP president, asked the question at the public meeting. Yeah, so it sounds like he got into a fight with a coworker or an altercation of some kind. What do you guys think? So that was this guy. Well, they sent him to a shrink and told him he couldn't retaliate. You can come back to work, buddy. He should be treated fairly regardless. The state has done a horrible job on this case. Who has been treated horribly? And he wouldn't say that without receipts. Sure he would. I mean, we heard what Rosie and Baldwin said about Brad Holder and Patrick Westfall. And then we were trying to ask them their receipts and come to find out it was Facebook posts. They were becoming online sleuths. So this whole time we've been providing real evidence, guys. People have been telling me Facebook posts and all this bullshit was just garbage. Come to find out it's real. It's real evidence, guys. Exhibits. That's what I call them now. Whenever I find something interesting on Facebook, I just call it an exhibit. Exhibit A, Exhibit B. That way you guys will take it seriously. So far-fetched that the prison guards tasing Richard Allen. See, the problem is you read the memorandum, Rockaways, and you took it as 100% fact. I think that's your problem. Same with nobody. He puts himself there until 1:30. No, he doesn't. That's what the memorandum said. See, that's the problem. You guys read the memorandum and you're like, oh, that's the real story. I'm going to choose to go with this here. This narrative sounds better. Ivy says, Judge Gold has ruled both ways for and against the state and the defense. Yeah, she's been impartial. And she's not the one that leaked crime scene photos. This isn't some conspiracy to kick off these good defense attorneys. You guys are so good, you're going to get Richard Allen off. I got to get rid of you. We want him in prison for these murders. We're trying to frame him. You guys are out of here. You're too good at your job. Yeah, I don't think that's what happened. Let's see here. I think I found a video with him too. He's at the very end. Some random case here. I think it was a triple shooting. I think 2 of the men died. Let's take a look.
First heard the news that 3 young black men had been gunned down by a white man. What was your thought process?
Why? Why? Just why?
That's the president of the local NAACP speaking with our Corinne Rose today about a tragedy in the fort that has folks asking tonight, was it a hate crime? Good evening. We're glad you're here tonight. I'm Tom Powell.
And I'm Linda Jackson. Some people in our community and beyond are calling last week's shootings a hate crime. But as Corinne explains, Indiana does not have a hate crime law.
That's crazy. Indiana does not have a hate crime law. You think that that would be like the place that would have the most stringent?
It's a case that's captured the community's attention. 3 young black men gunned down last week at a gas station at East State and Hobson. Hours later, police arrested this man, 32-year-old Joseph Bassard, saying security video showed him having an argument with the 3, then leaving and coming back 2 minutes later to repeatedly fire into their car. 19-year-olds Andy Reddick and Josh Cooper died. 20-year-old Jalen Rice remains hospitalized
agree,
after
Shadow.
3 surgeries and losing a kidney. However, a community leader says just because a white man allegedly gunned down 3 black men
Thanks, Ivy.
doesn't necessarily make it a hate crime.
I know everyone thinking this is a hate
What's up,
crime, but in
Amy?
Indiana,
Marbles.
we failed to have a hate crime bill.
As president of the Fort Wayne NAACP, Larry Gist helped lobby the state legislature a few years ago to pass hate crime legislation. While someone can be prosecuted at the federal level for a hate crime, Indiana remains one of 5 states not to have a hate crime law. However, the prosecutor can argue at a defendant's sentencing that the crime was committed because of a specific
Thank you, Miss
motivation,
Thang.
and that would be an aggravating factor in the case. Allen County's chief public defender says in his 22 years of criminal defense work, he's never seen a case where that's been a factor, but he says it could certainly happen.
If the prosecutor believes that the motive for the crime or the crime was committed based on a particular race, religion,
Janie.
disability, whatever it may be, then if they can convince the judge that that's why the crime was committed, then the judge has every right to use that as an aggravating factor.
Gist says the gas station case is still in the early stages.
Anyone that knows the NAACP, we let them do their initial investigation, and then at the final results, if it's not to our satisfaction, then, you know, we move it to the next level.
He says, though, that nothing's been uncovered yet to show race
Snookered.
was a motive.
Speaking with the prosecutor and the chief of police, there's no evidence that this is a hate crime related. You know, I mean, he didn't have anything on Twitter or Snapchat or on Facebook.
He says if people believe the shooting was a hate crime, they need to take action instead of just talking about it.
Those same group of people that's out here asking for a hate crime, this young man to be charged with a hate crime, you need to start writing your legislators, your representative, so that we can get a hate crime bill back on board and participate in why we actually need a hate crime bill.
The Allen County prosecutor would not comment on a pending case. Joseph Bassard is scheduled to have his initial court hearing on 2 counts of murder, 1 count of attempted murder, and others Thursday.
Wow, what a crazy case that is. That's why you never know who you're talking to, you know? They'll come back with a gun or something. Plus, we got witnesses that points at Elvis. I don't know. If you can put Elvis at the crime scene, I'll listen to you. All right, what else I got here? I think that might be it. So now we can kind of talk about it. So their web pages here. 24 years experience. I think he even worked in Florida. Let's see. Murder trial qualified. Former major felony deputy prosecutor. Domestic violence attorney. Former SWAT narcotics detective. Damn. Over 600 felony cases litigated. Graduate National Criminal Defense College. Yeah, so he knows his shit. All right, so he's worked in Indiana, California, Illinois, Florida, South Dakota. 5 separate bar exams. Damn, that's impressive. Let's look at William Labrato, Chief Public Defender. The Allen County Public Defender's Office provides comprehensive legal representation services in criminal, juvenile, and custody proceedings to indigent persons in Allen County, Indiana. So I think Richard Allen's other attorneys were, you know, they had their own law firms. Looks like this guy actually works for the county. Chopper, shapeshifters. It's all in the eyes. Ooh. The reptoids. Beth says 3 witnesses saw him and he saw them. Yeah, and we know what time they were leaving, so they were leaving, he was coming. And they were leaving at 1:30. If they were leaving at 1:30 and he was coming at 1:30, walking away from his vehicle, I mean, it's clear as day. It's obviously a lie, right? It's a rune. Shadowbox says, we aren't privy to all evidence, discovery, etc. Why people believe we are is beyond me. I agree with that. There's a lot we don't know. There's a reason that Richard Allen's attorneys were fighting so hard to get that search warrant thrown out. You know, there's talk of a phone that could have been found that maybe might put him there at a certain time, like maybe even like a burner phone. I'm not sure. Of course, the gun. That's how they're going to cross-reference the unspent bullet. They want that thrown out of there, which is extremely damning. We heard Richard Allen's new attorney say it himself. She ain't right. You still haven't told me what she did wrong. If she's doing something wrong, I'll get behind. I'll stand right next to you. No cases are ever solved without DNA. That's not true. And I think there's plenty of DNA. What's up, Fig? Welcome. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, relatively it is new. What did you think of Gaul's sentencing of the guy who raped his daughters? I don't know anything about that. I have no clue. Gaul's not on trial here. Richard Allen is. I'm only concerned what she does in this case. But I'll look at that. If you want to email me that link, I'll take a look. If you want to bring her judgment into question, I'm cool with that too. Devoted said she gave them a professional courtesy. Yeah, she said, hey, you can either, I'm about to shit all over your name. You can take it like a man and proceed with the case under some stringent rules, or you can run away with your tail between your legs. Which will it be? Well, before she could even hear a response, all she saw were 2 legs, between 2 tails between 2 sets of legs running through the door. If Allen is so guilty, I don't know if anybody's ever said that, innocent until proven guilty, right? Then why doesn't the judge have to pull these dirty tricks? What dirty tricks? She didn't leak these documents, Rockaway. Why are you so... You sound radicalized. Where you been hanging around some of these YouTubers too long, I think. I'm not here to tell you what to think, but come on now. I definitely thought it was super cringe when Wes immediately blamed the Flora girl's mom for leaving her children and then acted retarded when they pointed out an accelerant was used. Well, I've heard many opinions on what happened in Florida. That happened to be his. I don't think he's very educated on the Florida fires. But hey, Tara, good to see you. When you bring your own attorney to a hearing because you know what you did was so wrong, that is on the attorney, not the judge. Well, I think anytime you have an attorney, you're just smart. So you always want representation. That's why it's important for Richard Allen to have representation, because he might want to petition to have, Rosie and Baldwin back. How is he going to do that? He doesn't have the means. He needs help. He needs legal representation to say, hey, this is what I want to do. I don't know, Freckled, because what happens on social media is different than what's going to happen in the trial. So I think that's a true statement in regards to what we're doing here, on social media, YouTube, Facebook, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a true statement there, but none of that matters in the courtroom. She should have held a proper hearing. She did. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know where you're going with it. Tom, what's up? The leak was on purpose to get them off the case when the Odin theory didn't gain traction. I don't know. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. I'm not here to say whether or not there's Odinism or not. Charlotte says, I really enjoyed listening to the prosecutor's podcast, Talking with Fig. Yeah, that was a great one. I left feeling I had a better understanding of the process and a different respect for the Judge Gall and her position. Yeah, who is that? Brett and Alice, right? Is it Alex or Alice? Either way, they're badass. Yeah, and that was a great show. Fig with the prosecutor's podcast. What's up, Shifty? It's illegal to strike anything from the record once a motion to disqualify is sent in on a judge. Well, I guess she'll get it. She'll get her comeuppance. The earth is flat, Judge Gold told me. Well, the earth is flat. Duh. It's hollow, too. It's like a hollow bookshelf floating through space. One of Alan's attorney got suspended. Yeah, we just read the article. You're too busy in the chat going. Rah, 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 rah. We just read an article on that. That's a disgrace to the proceedings and unfair to Alan. Yeah. Even if you're, kind of in the corner of Richard Allen, you believe 100% he's being set up and he's innocent. Why would you want him to be defended by Baldwin and Rosie after what they just did? I don't get it. Yeah, thanks for that. Let's zoom down here so I can catch up. We're running out of time. Let's see what Fig's talking about. Richard Allen's rights have not been violated. This stuff happens all the time. I have actual court cases, receipts That I'll email you, sleuth. Too many people have watched Making a Murderer. Yeah, that, and it kind of reminds me a lot of the whole West Memphis 3, you can always sway, you know, if you can sway the opinion of people who are in positions of power, then you can kind of start to move mountains. Executive Sessions 420. I wish you would have pressed Wes more how quickly he blamed the mom. I'm not here to press anybody. If the dude wants to talk, I'm not here to question his opinions. See, this is why I made this, for fucking people like you who are too stupid to even see any otherwise. Any views, thoughts, and opinions expressed by participants are solely that of the participant and do not reflect the views, opinions, policies, or position of the Sleuth Intuition channel. Viewer discretion is advised. I'm not here to press him. I'm here to hear what he has to say. And thankful he's willing to speak. You're welcome. There's a million things I could have argued with that man about. We would have gotten nowhere. Let's go to Humanimal. Brittany has never been in court. That's right. And Kathy isn't hiring a lawyer. With the house sale money, not that 250K would go far. They need $1 million. Well, I'm assuming the 250 went to the new home. That's typically how it works. You sell your old home, you buy a new home. Yeah, people want Richard Allen to be released and Nick McClelland to fail. How does that help Abby and Libby to get justice? And I don't want an innocent person to go to prison either. That's why I say innocent until proven guilty. But innocent, let him out? Wow. To me, that's very radical. Don, what's up, Don? Everyone in the justice system needs to be questioned, but it can go too far each way at times. Yeah, you just really don't want to be radical. You should be questioning everything. But blindly answering things, without even gathering intel or the data to back it up, it's just reckless. All right, let me zip down here. Cheeks, what's up, Cheeks? All these Snay people in chat today must be a full moon. I think it was a full moon yesterday. Either way, it was beautiful. It's like a super moon. Sylvia Brown. That bar issue complaint sounds like he may have had a substance abuse issue. Something to do at his office. Maybe alcohol or something. It kept somewhat secret if you agree to enter a program. Well, he was supposed to see a psychiatrist. I don't know if that was code. Yeah, you might be right. I was reading more of an altercation, but maybe there's that involved in the altercation. Who knows? Zenobia, what's up? In my honest opinion, the judge needs to step down. With her involved, I think a fair trial is impossible. But what has she done? If you believe that she should step down, what has she done? What is the reason that she needs to step down? Honestly, I'm curious. What part of this did I miss? Something went over my head, guys. Then I can hear the trolls. Oh, yeah, everything goes over your head, Sleuth. Well, fuck you guys. Clip that shit. Yeah, I think it is a full moon. I just want to know if Rosie legally officially quit by Indiana law by verbally stating he would send in papers, or if it would only be official if he sent in the papers. Well, I don't think that what we're seeing Gall do, she wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't legal. She doesn't have a bone to pick with Richard Allen. She doesn't have an axe to grind. She's not part of a conspiracy, guys. Like, just think about what you're saying. Think about the implications. This is how I feel. God only knows. Let's put it in God's hands, not ours. Well, we have free will. So you can't just stand there and, like, you know, as the boulders coming down the hill, like, oh, this is God's plan. Well, God's plan is you being smart enough to step to the side and let the rock pass by you. You got to do, you know, you're here for actions. Hey, Loretta. It is bonkers. I will admit to that 100%. Yeah, they still might have cameras. Bogey coming through. I'm glad somebody else gets it. You guys are so busy with the flat earth bullshit. Flat moon. Oh, and Andrew is thank you, Sleuth, for all you do, brother. Thank you, Andrew. Thanks for sponsoring today's live stream. I appreciate that. All right. Enough. If I'm skipping you, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get to some of these other comments here. Fuck you, asshole. Just because I said I wish you would have asked him the follow-up question doesn't make me or anyone else dumb. Yeah, it does. It makes you dumb that you don't understand that I'm not supposed to press him. You think I didn't have my own opinions about all the racist shit that was going on? I'm not here for that. I'm here to let the man speak. So yeah, you are dumb for not recognizing that. And this is the third time you put it in the comment. So fuck you, asshole. How about that? As a matter of fact, get his ass out of here. Get him out of here.
You can read this. You can read this.
How about that? Hey, what's up, Tony? And these losers simping for little Dickie Allen are pathetic. No, I get it. Innocent until proven guilty. I'm totally cool with that. The man deserves a fair trial. But innocent and he should be let go. Like, what is that shit? The only thing I can think of when I hear that is the word radical comes to mind. Beach Fairy, what's up? 213 people watching, only 95 likes. Got to get those likes up, guys. Yeah, you're out of here, buddy. You fucking asshole. I'm not dumb. It's okay. I'm dumb too. You're not alone, buddy. You just happen to walk into somebody who the dumb guy has control of the little button. But this is him now.
Oh, the anger sharks sharks are swimming.
It'll be okay. You don't need to go do a background check on Sleuth and make a fake YouTube channel and all that. You'll be fine. You'll make it through this. Loretta. Sleuth, I know we all have a choice, but really, laugh my ass off. Some people seem to be just giving it large about the judge because they can. Mary E. Bride can't imagine what this is doing to the families. I think that the families are learning to kind of block most of it out until they get something official. You know, whenever it's official, then they're all ears. But all this bullshit and all this weirdness, yeah, they might kind of keep their ear to the tracks, but they've learned to kind of, take the good and block out the bad. It's more the outrage junkies out there in social media land who are like, oh my God, their heads are about to explode. Like it's not their first rodeo. We're going on year 7, guys. There's no closing that wound. Joey, what's up? Hey, Sleuth, are you going to talk about the Kylie Rodney case again? Possibly. All right. Thank you, Janie. So you can't be too serious, guys. Hopefully we all want the same thing. We don't want an innocent man to go to prison, and we want justice for Abby and Libby. It's that simple. But you can't be radical and you can't talk nonsense and then expect people not to kind of give you the big eyes. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I got some good ones, Andrew. Oh, I got these too. Watch. These are some old school ones. See the little head on the side? And then this one too. Sherry Faye, I don't understand how so many people were all right with those lawyers using a crafty way to release sealed documents. Yeah, that was very weird. Even if that was their defense, like why did they let it leak like that? They name people with solid alibis, which will always cast a shadow around them. Well, what about Elvis and the horns and the polygraph test? Well, unfortunately, we only heard one side of that story, right? Miss Thing, how many of y'all wearing your crunchy Snay My Name shirts today? Damn, you guys are got it out for that guy. What's he been up to? He's been up to some shenanigans. Cheeks, when I need my fiction fix, I just read some YouTube comments and I'm good for a week. Oh, wow. Freckled, I think everyone should have to work in a dive bar for a week. It really teaches you how to ignore stupid people and the stupid shit that spews out of their mouth. I agree with that. Justice for Abby and Libby. Thank you, Angel. Fig, convicting a murderer was a good show. I recommend it to everyone. They discuss the crazy people who follow the case. Yeah, it's been interesting what I've seen so far, Fig. If he is guilty, then he needs to be punished. 100%. As much as we want to try somebody in social media, it's just not going to be official, guys. So you can piss and moan until you turn purple in the face. They're still going to have a trial. And he's going to get there will be a judgment made against him. Guilty or not guilty. All right, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up. That's all I had for you. I just wanted to talk about some of the digging I was doing on William Librato and Robert Scrammon. Everything's good on my end. But we are going to go ahead and get out of here. So if you could hit the like button on the way out. Replay crew, let me know what you think about what you saw today and what we covered. I think I did pull the my case stuff, so we might finish up on that. Okay, so of course we had the motion for continuance filed on the 26th. This was the broadcast order. Judge Gold is going to look at it. Defendant's motion for broadcasting order is overbroad. So even though it was denied here, doesn't mean that it'll be officially denied. Thank you, Fig. Yeah, confirmation bias, cheeks. That's what I call it. Hey, Phil, what's up? Good to see you. You're welcome. Good to see the crew in the building. Yeah, and replay crew, let me know what you guys think. Leave me a good comment, and I'll check on those in a day or two. What's up, Brad? Well, let me know what you think. Yeah, it was rough in the chat today. Man, people got some radicals. F you, sleuth. Oh, man, it's funny. It's hilarious. Thank you, Miss Thang. Shout out to all my mods, my members, those of you who subscribe. And if you're watching and you're not subscribed, well, you need to subscribe. It's that easy. And if you are subscribed, consider becoming a member. All right. Administrative event. Something was entered twice in error. E-notice issued to parties. Andrew Baldwin, McClellan, transport notice. Oh, right here. It says court notes filings by former attorney Rosie on October 25th, 2023, and takes no action because they don't work here no more. Oh, really? What happened? Oh, they're leaking crime scene photos and whatnot. Yeah, that includes me in my, my slipstream. Just think for yourself. It's that easy. Thank you, Jerry. You have a great day too. It's always good to see you. CJK, have a great day. Jamie Hicks, hey Fig, Alice and Brett were amazing the other night. Yeah, Alice, thank you. Alice may not be a Scorpio, but the full moon is in Taurus and it's Scorpio season. Everyone needs to watch that show. Yeah, it was good. Got a thumbs up from me. Janie says, I am radical, fool. You are radical, but you don't want to be radical. You're radical. Don't get me wrong. Bodacious, radical. But you don't want to be radical. You don't want to be radicalized. Thank you, Sherry. You too. Bring up the Kylie Rodney case because there is a creator that has got some wild stuff and has got out of state people working on busting the town. Really? All right, we'll take a look. Thank you. You got it, sarcastic. Oh, welcome to the crew. Wombly Lista. Wombly Ista. I like that. Welcome, Kitty. That's funny, man. F you. Nah, they were just communicating with runes. That means Hail Odin. All right, right on. A professor will comment later with the. Wow. Out of left field, Humanimal comes with some golden comedy. Pretty good. Pretty good. Thank you, little one. Good to see you. Where you been hiding? Hope you're having a great Sunday. It's okay to be radical. You just don't want to be radicalized, man. Thank you, KT. It's good to see you. One solved mystery. I was radical back in the 80s. And bodacious. A little gnarly, even. Okay, court has received a request for media coverage of the October 31st hearing from the following media outlets: News Nation, Law and Crime, Court TV, Channel 13. In light of the unauthorized filming and broadcasting of pre-hearing activities, in the courtroom on October 19th, the court denies these requests. So it denies them from these people. But there's other applications that are going to be. So I wonder if they're talking about when Rosie was running out of the courtroom and he grabbed Kathy and Miss Allen. I wonder if that's what that's referring to. Let's see here. Defendant remains entitled to court-appointed counsel. Court appoints attorney Robert Scrimmen and attorney William S. Labrado, and we went over them. More of the broadcasting there. Takes no action. Rosie's out. Motion to reconsider filed 2 days ago by Richard Allen. So I don't know what that's all about. Maybe he wants his attorneys back. I'm not sure. Notice of appearance. That's it. Shout out to Andrew for sponsoring today's live stream, and welcome, Kitty. We will see you every Wednesday, Kitty, for members meetings, and go check out the community page. And if you would like to join our members only Discord, let me know. You can leave a comment anywhere in the members or shoot me an email, sleuthintuition@gmail.com. And I'll send you a link for you to join. Justice is sweet. He won't confess. I think he will confess. And I think he wants Rosie and Baldwin back because I believe he's the reason that they were doing what they were doing. He was encouraging it. If not, I believe it may have even been his idea. Thanks, Loretta. That was nice of you. Liked and shared to Facebook, I think. Well, either way. Good to see you, She Warrior and Jamie Hicks. All right, guys, we're all caught up on the chat. That's going to do it for today's live stream. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you again Monday morning. Peace.